September 15, 2017. After spending more than a decade exploring the Saturn system, the legendary Cassini-Huygens spacecraft made its final descent into the atmosphere of Saturn. Mission controllers watched as the signal faded forever, marking the end of one of the greatest space missions ever attempted. At least, that is what everyone believed. Scientists assumed the mission was complete. The data had been downloaded. The images had been catalogued. Every major discovery appeared already documented. The story seemed finished. But years later, something unexpected brought Cassini's final transmissions back into the spotlight. Hidden deep within the spacecraft's last image sequences, researchers reportedly identified unusual structures nobody had noticed before. Not because the information was absent, but because the tools available at the time were too limited to recognize it. Then came a new generation of artificial intelligence systems designed to analyze enormous amounts of visual data far beyond normal human capability. And according to a controversial theory circulating online, one of those systems uncovered something impossible to explain. Not a simple camera glitch. Not ordinary atmospheric distortion. But repeating geometric patterns embedded across multiple final images captured during Cassini's descent. Patterns so strangely ordered that some researchers began wondering whether they were truly natural at all. What started as a routine image enhancement project quickly transformed into one of the most debated mysteries connected to the Saturn mission. Because if the claims were true, Cassini may have recorded something humanity was never supposed to notice. Stay with us until the end, because this story goes far beyond ordinary space exploration. Cassini's mission had already transformed our understanding of Saturn long before these theories appeared. During its years orbiting the giant planet, the spacecraft revealed breathtaking details about Saturn's rings, atmosphere, storms, and moons. It captured stunning views of the giant hexagonal storm spinning above Saturn's north pole. It studied the icy jets erupting from Enceladus. It explored the thick orange atmosphere and methane lakes of Titan. As the spacecraft entered its final phase, known as the grand finale, Cassini performed dangerous dives between Saturn and its rings, collecting some of the highest resolution measurements ever obtained from the planet. Those final images looked extraordinary. But at first glance, they appeared scientifically normal. Researchers archived the data and moved on. Yet buried inside certain frames were subtle irregularities. Tiny distortions. Repeating shapes. Unusual symmetrical formations hidden within the cloud structures. At the time, most scientists dismissed them as compression artifacts, sensor noise, or ordinary atmospheric effects. For years, almost nobody revisited them. Until advances in machine learning and image reconstruction changed everything. In 2025, according to the story, an independent research team reportedly processed portions of Cassini's final image archives using an advanced AI system trained to detect hidden visual relationships invisible to human observers. The purpose was simple: enhance old planetary images and recover lost detail. But what the system allegedly found shocked the researchers monitoring the analysis. Again and again, the AI highlighted repeating geometric structures spread across separate images taken at different times and angles. At first, engineers suspected overfitting, the tendency for AI systems to falsely identify patterns where none exist. But the structures kept returning. Different files. Different frames. Different viewing positions. Yet the same symmetrical relationships appeared repeatedly. According to the theory, the system wasn't inventing the patterns. It was uncovering something already present in the data. And that realization changed the tone of the investigation completely. As analysis continued, the AI reportedly began identifying mathematical relationships hidden within the image structures themselves. Prime number sequences. Spiral geometries resembling Fibonacci ratios. Proportions linked to the golden ratio. The kinds of mathematical patterns often discussed in theories about universal communication and extraterrestrial intelligence. That detail pushed the story into far more unsettling territory. Because mathematics is often considered the one language any advanced civilization might understand regardless of biology or culture. Humanity itself used mathematical ideas when creating the famous golden records carried aboard the Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 spacecraft. But according to this theory, Cassini was not sending a message. It may have been receiving one. Some researchers suggested the patterns behaved less like random atmospheric formations and more like structured information intentionally embedded inside visual noise. As if something had hidden a signal inside Saturn itself. The more images the AI processed, the stranger the results supposedly became. Researchers described distortions that appeared almost lens-like, bending surrounding cloud textures with unnatural precision. Unlike chaotic atmospheric turbulence, these formations allegedly maintained consistent proportional symmetry across multiple frames. And then came the moment that fueled the deepest speculation of all. During Cassini's final descent, the patterns reportedly became clearer. More defined. More structured. Until suddenly, they disappeared entirely. Gone within the final image sequence. Some interpreted this as coincidence. Others proposed far more disturbing explanations. Perhaps the phenomenon moved. Perhaps it became obscured by atmospheric conditions. Or perhaps, according to the most extreme theories, something intentionally concealed itself once it realized it had been detected. That idea transformed the story from a scientific curiosity into a full-scale internet mystery. Because now people were asking a terrifying question. What exactly did Cassini see before it died? Saturn has always occupied a strange place in planetary science. Beyond its beauty, the giant planet contains several unresolved mysteries. It radiates more internal heat than scientists originally expected. Its magnetic field behaves unusually compared to many other planets. Its atmosphere produces long-lasting geometric storm systems unlike anything seen elsewhere in the solar system. Now those older mysteries became tangled together with the alleged AI discovery. According to supporters of the theory, some of the extracted geometric signals aligned with regions associated with unusual magnetic behavior in Saturn's atmosphere. That coincidence intensified speculation online. Was the pattern naturally generated by exotic physics we still do not understand? Or was something else hidden within those unstable atmospheric zones? Debates exploded across astronomy communities, AI forums, and social media discussions. Critics argued the entire story represented classic pareidolia, humanity's tendency to impose meaning onto random noise. Others countered that the repeated appearance of highly ordered mathematical relationships across independent image frames seemed statistically difficult to dismiss entirely. Then another detail surfaced. And it became the most controversial part of the entire story. According to archived mission records, Cassini's final descent sequence was expected to transmit 12 rapid-fire image frames before signal loss. But when analysts reviewed the reconstructed archive, only 11 fully decoded frames were available. One frame appeared missing. Engineers reportedly confirmed the data packet itself still existed. The transmission had not failed. The information was there. But the final frame could not be properly reconstructed. When advanced decoding systems attempted to analyze the corrupted packet, the contents appeared scrambled beyond recognition. Almost like encrypted data rather than ordinary image corruption. Naturally, this triggered a storm of speculation. Some claimed the missing frame may have contained the clearest visual evidence of the anomaly. Others argued the damaged packet was simply the predictable result of Cassini being destroyed inside Saturn's violent atmosphere. But once the idea entered public imagination, it spread rapidly. A lost final image. An unexplained pattern. An AI discovering structures hidden inside planetary data. It sounded less like astronomy and more like science fiction. Yet that was exactly why the story captured so much attention. Because it touched a deeper fear humanity has always carried. The possibility that something intelligent may exist far beyond Earth, silently observing while remaining just beyond our understanding. As interest grew, online discussions claimed that researchers connected to the project became unusually quiet. Websites disappeared. Interviews stopped. Public comments became vague and limited. Whether those rumors were true or simply exaggerated by internet speculation remains unclear. But the silence only fueled the mythology surrounding the story. To this day, there is no verified scientific evidence proving Cassini discovered extraterrestrial intelligence.